I'm using 3 kits to create this one card from the upcoming SBC Fest in September. Hey everyone, it's Joy here and welcome to my channel. Okay, let's go through the kits that I will be using, or partial kits. This is Laura's kit, but this is what you get in the kit for the upcoming SBC Fest, which is September 11th. It starts at 8 a.m. Arizona time, which is Pacific time. So we're going to use a few products from Laura's kit. We're going to use the stamp and die, and then the die with all the flowers. Here is Mirisha Dean's kit. Oh, she's my sweet friend. We're going to use the balloon dies and the embossing folder. So that's what we're going to be using. And then we have Kristie Marcotte's kit. And let's go through that really quick. All the stuff you get. I also have another video that I walk through every single one of the kits. You guys can still get the Ultimate Instructors Bundle. It's still available as of voicing over this video. But we're going to use this paper pad from Kristie Marcotte's kit. So we're going to use that to create this really fun balloon card. And then they have the SBC Fest Cardstock Variety Pack. I'm also going to be using that. So my flowers and leaves are die cut from that variety pack. So some of the red here is glimmer. The orange is just like the classic cardstock. The leaves are glitter. And so I'm just using that for all of my florals. Then I have die cut using the largest balloon from Mirisha's kit, and I have die cut those pieces from Kristie Marcotte's cardstock, or excuse me, patterned paper. And then from the SBC Fest Cardstock Variety Pack, there is the, I think it's the Icicles cardstock that I die cut the swag from. And the only thing that I pulled in outside from, that's not from any of the kits or that paper pack, is Kraft cardstock from scrapbook.com. I wanted my basket to be a Kraft color. I didn't want it to be any other color, so I did pull from that. Let's put together this balloon. I'm going to add 1mm foam adhesive for our centerpiece here. And again, this is from Kristie Marcotte's paper pad. And so when you are looking through that, all of the colors coordinate together. So you can just confidently pull your paper out of there and put something together. I love this orange and teal balloon. I think it's really fun. Let's add some foam adhesive. I do have to move it over on our little swag here. And this is Glimmery cardstock, which is always gorgeous. Again, SBC Fest is September 11th, 2026. This is a free virtual event, so you can watch all the classes all day. If you want to craft along, you can grab these kits. You can get them on their own, or you can get the Ultimate Instructors Bundle, which is every single kit. I believe it's $199, maybe 99 cents. And that is only while supplies last. That does not last forever. But if you don't want every single class kit, then you can just grab a few, or just grab one, whatever it is you want. But I'm showing how you can take, if you do get multiples, you can mix and match those products to make other cards, which is really fun and easy to do. So I love how this card turned out, and I think this is a really good showing of what you can do with multiple kits. I love this leaf color. This is a glimmer cardstock as well. This is from the SBC Fest Cardstock Variety Pack. That is something you would have to get extra. I do have everything listed and linked for you guys below in the description. Let's add some foam adhesive. Again, I'm just using 1mm foam adhesive to put down a lot of my flowers. I love to have dimension. Let's add another little red flower up here. And I do want to have an orange flower on the basket. We will add some leaves there as well. Little bit of liquid glue. Let's tuck that in. And we're going to be using that 3D embossing folder from Mirisha's kit. You guys, I love embossing folders. I think they're fabulous for creating an interesting background, literally with one pass through your die cut machine with it. I love that. So I am going to be using that, and it is the Harlequin 3D embossing folder, and it's so pretty. Let's build this little cluster of flowers here. We're going to be using 5 flowers total. I like using an odd number. I use it probably on 99% of my cards. For some reason, it is just more pleasing to the eye to do that. Let's tuck in some of these other leaves. This is what reverse tweezers are really fabulous for, because your fingers always get in the way, or mine do anyways. And then you can just add all of your little tiny detail pieces. So I do have an extra flower. I ended up not using it. I didn't know if I wanted 3 red flowers or 3 orange flowers. I opted for 3 orange because that went more with the background, and the red was more of like a highlight. Okay, so here is that Harlequin embossing folder. I'm going to make sure my cardstock is straight in there. And then I can just run this through my Spellbinders Platinum 6 die cut machine. Let me get my top plate here, and let's run that through. I am using the gray cardstock that came in the Cardstock variety pack, because I did not want it to be white. And then there's 2 pieces of that. So on the other gray piece, I am going to stamp my sentiment from Laura's kit. Now, all those die cut flowers are also from Laura's kit. So I'm using some VersaFine Onyx black ink, and I'm going to get a nice solid black image here. And there's coordinating dies from Laura's kit for the sentiment. And I think that is such a killer deal, you guys, because die cut sentiments to me are fabulous. So let's tape those in place with some mint tape, and then I can run this through my die cut machine, and we will have our sentiments, and we can put this card together. So some more foam adhesive. I do want this to be popped up from my background, and look at that 3D embossed background, you guys. Look at the shadows that it has. I did not add any ink or anything, and the paper was solid. I'm adding a little piece of foam adhesive behind my flower on that basket so that part can be popped up. I am going to align it to the left side of my card just for a little bit of a different visual interest, because I tend to want to center my stuff all the time, and I'm making myself do it in other ways. And then we have our sentiments here. I will bring in some pops of color. This is not from any of the kits. This is from my stash. This is Turquoise Waters, and I'm just going to add a few dots. And I'm going to lightly tap the bottom of my card. It just kind of flattens out the dots a little bit. And then I'll place that on a top folding card base from scrapbook.com, and let's take a look at this. Isn't this pretty fabulous? Just from little parts and pieces from 3 different kits. I think this turned out amazing. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. If you're enjoying my videos, will you hit that subscribe button for me? And I'll be back soon with another video.